Hi you guys, Latoya here. Welcome to my crafty space. I'm really excited to share this project I made with all of these goodies with you guys. Now, like I said, I've been, if you've noticed in my videos, recording as I'm creating, and then when I get to a good stopping point, then I actually go ahead and explain what I'm doing and then continue my card. With this, I can't find all of the footage. I don't know. I think I was just deleting some things due to space, so I will input what I can. But I collected everything that I used for this card. It was inspired by this jar punch. I was like, okay, I want to use this jar punch, which you guys know is new to my stash. I got it a couple months ago. It scratches really easily, so that sucks, but you know, I have things on my desk, I move things around. This here, yeah, it kind of scratches things too, but anyhow, this is new, although it looks very worn. And I have used it quite a bit, but I was like, you know, I just want to make like a jar card. So I punched out the jar and I kind of got to work. I might as well just show you guys the card so you can see the breakdown for it. All right. So here's my card. I am so thrilled. This card is just, it's so lovely. It's like way better than what I expected. Now, let me go through how I created this, okay? Because what I had in my head kind of translated onto paper, but then, you know, things kind of just got pulled from everywhere else, and yeah, it swell. So I had a piece of black cardstock. I, you know, punched it out with this jar punch, which is super cool from Stampin' Up. Obviously, I like love this all of a sudden. I don't think I've ever made jar cards, but yeah, it's like my thing now. And the last time you saw my jar card, it was my peppermint overload card, and this was actually created before that, but I'm just now getting this video done, so you know, it's whatever. So anyhow, just like I did with the peppermint overload card, I took some white pigment ink, and for this I just used my unicorn white ink, and I ink blended around with my brush. This is my what company is this? Tailored Expressions brush. I do have the larger Tailored Expressions brushes, and I do have some brushes I purchased off of Amazon, and because I purchased all of those before Stampin' Up came out with theirs, that's just, you know, what I'm using because that's what I have, and you know, I'd rather use my money on stamps instead of buying more of something that I already have. All right, so I just took that, blended around here. I took a piece of the twine from the Twine Essentials pack, and that's what's placed here, just to kind of like break up the jar and make it look more real, quote unquote. Now, this here is what just had me so tickled, which I'm sure you guys are tickled by also. I took this jar and I was going through my stamps, and I could not believe that this stamp set here by Echo Park, this old-fashioned hot cocoa marshmallows whipped cream stamp, it fit perfectly into this jar. Like, I just took all of my Christmas stamps and I was like, okay, what can I put here? As you saw, if you haven't, go check out my peppermint overload video, but for that one I put oh what yum from the Stampin' Up sentiments. But I'm like, okay, do I have a stamp that fills in more of this? And y'all, this is so perfect. Again, which you guys are probably sick of hearing, I love hot chocolate, just chocolate spilling out of jars and cups, and you know, just hot cocoa, like all of that stuff is just, it's so cute, and it just sums up like winter and happiness, although I don't drink it, you know, like all the time. But I just love it. So I have tons of stamps that say hot chocolate or hot cocoa because that's what I like, and I like my stamps to reflect what I personally, you know, like, or what I think is super cute. So that's why my Christmas stash is like really huge. Anyhow, this stamp set was just way too perfect with all of these sentiments. All three of these just phenomenal, and I do have a couple others that mention hot chocolate and hot cocoa. So anyhow, that fit, and I stamped this in white pigment ink. I was going to heat emboss it, but it really wasn't working out, which I need to figure out later. Why that's the case, it might be my paper, but this is a Stampin' Up black cardstock, so I don't know. Then I was thinking, okay, I have this awesome jar. It mentions hot cocoa and marshmallows. Oh, I should fill in this jar with marshmallows, right? Like, how cute. You can see that I have this actually popped up. So just to give this a little bit of dimension, I did put this on top of some foam And so I stamped out the marshmallows here from this set because, again, cocoa, cups, cookies. I was finally able to like afford this set, and I could not get this fast enough. So anyways, W+9 is a great company. But I was like, you know what? These marshmallows might actually fit into this jar. And y'all, I was like tickled when I stamped it, put it on here, and I was like, that works. I used a little bit of Copics to give it a little bit of shading with some gray just to make the white pop. I thought about heat embossing this, but I like the look of this just being stamped with my card. So I just left it. So this was also super. This is super. Now for this background, I wanted something kind of simple, but I didn't want snowflakes. Sometimes I steer away from cards looking just like the super traditional Christmas card. So I took out my Forever Fern set after I like browsed through all of my sets I had over here on the side. I was like, oh, the splatter from the Forever Fern set will be perfect for this little piece here of cardstock. Oh, that's perfect. Too cute. And as you can see, I just took my rectangle stitch dies by Stampin' Up, which I've been using a lot of lately. These are really handy. I like them a lot. I doubled those up just to mimic the colors that I had here from my buffalo check background. And this background was actually sitting in my stash. So one thing I like to do is I like to stamp out my backgrounds. And then when I'm thinking, I can just, sift through and kind of see what I have and, get hit with some kind of inspiration. And that's actually what happened with this card. After I had the jar done, I was looking for a background and the green like just came to me and I was like, okay, that's perfect. I'm just going to work with that. And yeah, buffalo check. That's super swell. Just did these two in black and in green. And this color is Shaded Spruce. And then I was like, okay, this card needs like a little touch of something, and this polka dot tulle ribbon. So normally I like smaller pieces of ribbon, but I've been using this a lot and it's just so cute. I'm so happy I picked this up. I actually need to get more thinking about it because I've been using it here and there in little projects, but this just added the perfect touch of like white to this card. It picked up the white pigment ink background, simple background that I created. And then I was trying to think of like the last finishing touches for this card. I was going to do like marshmallows dancing, quote unquote, but I couldn't find marshmallows that were small enough. And then I was like, I don't want too many marshmallows on this card. So I just decided on a few sequins, and that gave this card a little bit of bling, which I really like. So really easy to redo this card. Again, my peppermint card is kind of similar but different, but I'm really happy that I was able to, browse through the goodies that I already have in my stash and incorporate some new goodies and just create a really fun and happy Christmas card. So if I go to remake this card, I will have my card base black and then affix a piece of Shaded Spruce cardstock on the inside so whatever I write can be seen. But I was just, kind of rushing. I did this front and then I just like affixed it and was like, all right, this is done. This is good. I hope you guys enjoyed my walkthrough of showing you what I did to create this card. Sorry there aren't a lot of parts of the video to show you all, but it's kind of simple. Super fun. Now that it's all put together, it's easy to recreate. I really loved digging through my stash and mixing and matching stamp sets because, as you guys know, over here and in my crafty space, I'm all about using what I have. New goodies are super nice, but also going to things that I love, which makes up my craft area, is really nice too. I will talk to you guys later, and I hope you all do something crafty that makes sure I'm happy. Okay, bye.